What up? What up? What up? Appreciate everybody tuning in to another episode of Untouchable City Prepper. Like always, just got off work. Hope you and your family is doing well. Hope you guys are blessed. Uh, Glad to know everybody who was affected by the government shutdown. We can we can breathe a little bit more, um, and everything like that. But y'all see the thumbnail? You know, first of all, it is so sad that so many people, and it's extremely embarrassing that the richest country in the world was arguing about something that shouldn't even been a question. You know, um, trying to give health care to these illegal immigrants, and it's just messed up, man. You know, um, and I will say that our healthcare system in America is broken. It's it's totally broken. It's totally broken. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up. You can't even afford to get sick in America right now. You know what I'm saying? I do acknowledge that problem. You know, I will acknowledge that. And I'll let you guys know something, man. I'll share something extremely, you know, personal with you guys, because, that's what we are. We family on this channel, you know what I'm saying? Um, I'm under my wife's health care. She has extremely good health care. Okay, she's a teacher. She got pretty good health care, And I'll tell you this, my son, he has asthma, and he still gets like extremely sick, man. Sometimes he can't breathe and whatnot. And we have I think we pretty much got the top tier health plan. We pay a lot of money for that. But we still get bills that we just got to pay out of pocket, for thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, our healthcare system in this country is broken. It just is. But I'll tell you this, you don't want to be in Canada because that shit is really fucked up. Excuse my language. Look it up. I'm not going to go into the details, but the healthcare system in Canada is just messed up, man. Ours ain't perfect. Obamacare and Medicaid, I think we need to keep Medicaid. Obamacare, not so sure. I got to look into it, but I know we should not be giving anybody that's illegally in this country health care. I'm sorry. I don't care how you feel. We shouldn't be doing it. If you shouldn't be in this country, we should not be providing you with anything, bro. Anything. Not saying you should be unalived, but if I've been all around the world. I've been all around the world, dude. There is no country, and y'all comment that if you there illegally, they not gonna give you anything for free, bro. Anything. I can't think of one country that I visited they'll do anything for free. I can't. Maybe Canada. Maybe Canada might. But I can't think of nowhere I ever been. Especially these Caribbean countries and little island countries, and I can't think of nowhere, but I will say our healthcare system in America is broken. It's totally broken, I had a traumatic surgery that almost cost me my life, and they sent me a bill for $38,000, and I had insurance then, and I had to do some serious resource work, and I had to take a couple steps back in my life and do some things that I'm not going to get into, but it was taken care of, but it's expensive to get sick in America. It's expensive to get sick anywhere in the world, but especially in America. But I will say in America, unless you go to the VA, which is messed up, you know, you will get majority of the time good health care. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate, you know. But like I said, man, our healthcare system is broken in America, man. But we should not be giving healthcare to anybody who's illegally in this country. I'm sorry, I won't agree with that, and that's what I'm standing on, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of y'all could say I disagree, but I'm telling you, I travel all around the world. There's no country that I can name off the top of my head that will just give you health care for free if you're not supposed to be in that country. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that the Democrats did all this damage just for that. You know, you got people about to be evicted, they behind in their rent and everything, and you know, it's just terrible, man. It's just terrible, man. So Trump is gonna be giving all the TSA workers $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Or at least majority of them, from what I hear. So, you know, shout out to them. You know, because you know, $10,000 is a decent amount of money. It's not a whole lot of money. It's not a whole lot of money, especially if you're already behind in your rent, your food, you know, your car note. You know what I'm saying? If you do car note, if you do the average car note and rent every month, shit, that's easily a good $2,000 or more, you know. So 10,000, you know, after all them guys get caught up on all their bills, you know what I'm saying? You know, they might have about $2,000 left or something like that, which really still ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But man, shout out to Trump for doing that. You know what I'm saying? And getting that done, because we need our TSA workers, man. We do. We need them. We need TSA more than we need the police. Because guess what? If somebody get on that plane and you know, decides to cause commotion and all that other stuff, we hit. Because there really ain't no defense up in the sky. You know, I know you got like an air marshal. But man, I wouldn't trust that shit. I wouldn't trust that shit, man. Because once you up in the sky, you know, you just basically living on a prayer, man. You know, once you up in the sky on that plane, man, you know, you want to be comfortable, you want to relax, man. You need them TSA workers, man. I know it's a pain going through that shit, man. I hate that shit, but it's a necessary evil. Because guess what? If we didn't go through that, I wouldn't be flying. So I just want to say I love you guys with the strength of Christ. I hope everybody who's affected by this government shutdown is doing better, doing well. You know, remember Jesus is King, and thank everybody for tuning into my videos. Deuce.